Welcome to Amsterdam, the city of dreamy canals, bicycles, and world-famous street food stalls. But today, we're not talking about herring sandwiches or classic Dutch fries. This time, we're diving into a massive culinary experience. Argentinian steak grilled over open flames, right in the heart of Amsterdam. Are you ready to feast your eyes on thick, juicy cuts of beef, fire-kissed smoky, and bursting with flavor? Even from a distance, you can spot the massive grill station billowing with smoke. Real Argentinian chefs stand by the fire, like true artists, flipping thick cuts of steak some 5 to 6 centimeters deep, with second-by-second precision. Meanwhile, the mouth-watering aroma of grilled beef mingles with the scent of coarse sea salt, black pepper, and melting butter, creating an intoxicating mix that makes it impossible to look away. And then comes the sound, that perfect sizzle as fat drips onto the hot coals. It's a sacred sound to any barbecue lover, one you never forget. The vendor proudly explains that all the beef is imported directly from Argentina, a legendary land known for its world-class cattle. Argentinian beef is famously tender, lean, and deeply flavorful, prized by chefs around the globe. Unlike the European style where meat is marinated for hours, he says, Argentinian steak has a different philosophy: season only right before grilling to preserve the meat's natural taste. First, a generous sprinkle of sea salt is evenly applied to both sides. Next comes the cracked black pepper, adding just a touch of heat and aroma. Then, with gentle hands, the seasoning is rubbed in, allowing the salt and pepper to work their way into the fibers of the meat. If you want a bit more richness, too many spices, he warns, would only mask the unique sweetness and depth that make premium Argentinian beef so special. What makes this dish truly special is that it's grilled over real wood fire, using the legendary Argentinian technique called asado, proudly passed down through generations. To begin, the charcoal must be lit at least 30 minutes in advance to achieve steady, glowing embers. Not too fiery, not too weak. The steak is then placed about 10 to 15 centimeters above the heat, just close enough for the heat to slowly penetrate the meat, without charring the outside, creating the perfect balance of crust and tenderness. Flipping is kept to a minimum only 2 to 3 times during the entire grilling process to preserve the meat's juices. The grill master, like a true artist, uses their hands to gently press the steak and feel for doneness. No timers, no thermometers, just experience. The doneness of a steak defines the entire eating experience. If you crave the purest, most delicate flavor of the beef, rare is the way to go grilled, just 1-2 minutes per side, leaving the inside ruby red and meltingly tender. For the perfect balance between juicy and cooked medium is ideal, 3 to 4 minutes per side, giving you a warm pink center, moist texture, and rich beef flavor. And if you prefer your meat fully cooked with deep smoky notes, well done is your choice, 5 to 6 minutes per side, giving you a firm bite and bold, concentrated flavor all the way through. Once the steak is off the grill, don't slice it right away. Let it rest for 5 to 7 minutes on a cutting board loosely covered with foil or a clean towel. This crucial step allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat so every slice stays tender, juicy, and never dry. When it's time to slice the steak, use a sharp knife and cut against the grain. That's when you'll see the tender pink center glistening with juices. In Argentina, steak is often served with chimichurri, a bold, herb-packed sauce, bursting with the flavors of parsley, garlic, and olive oil. The moment that hot smoky beef hits the tangy, slightly spicy sauce, it lights up with flavor. The natural sweetness of the beef, paired with the richness of olive oil and a subtle kick from red chili flakes, creates a flavor explosion that's unforgettable right from the very first bite. To make the perfect steak, there are a few golden rules. First, always let the meat come to room temperature before grilling. This ensures even cooking and helps lock in its natural sweetness. When flipping, never use a fork. Even a tiny puncture lets the juices escape, drying. I usually check doneness by gently pressing on the surface with my fingers. Soft means rare, while firm means well done. And most importantly, don't slice it too thin. Only a thick-cut steak can hold on to all that juicy, bold flavor that makes it truly unforgettable. Just one bite of Argentine steak and you'll understand why it's world famous. The natural sweetness of the beef blends perfectly with the smoky charcoal flavor. The outside is slightly crisp, while the inside stays melt in your mouth, tender and juicy. This isn't just food, it's a full-on flavor experience that makes you crave another bite the moment you finish. If you ever get the chance to try it, I'm sure you'll be hooked from the very first taste.